It's Funny Story by Emily Henry.
Doing car things, but like
Hugh Grant, so handsome. So handsome and so adorably awkward. Love. Good morning. Hi. ዛሬ ቅድም ስንት ሰዓት መሰላችኋል? Hold on. Also, welcome to my channel. Subscribe, comment, like, share with your friends, and turn on the notification bell. እንደዚህ ብሎ መጀመር አይቀናኝም because it feels like, I don't know. Anyways, how are you guys? ስንት ሰዓት እንደሆነ ላይ አይቼ ረሳሁት። ሩብ ጉዳይ ለ4 ነው. It's Saturday. Beautiful. የሆነ የሚጮህ ነገር አለ ውጭ. I don't know ምን እንደሆነ, I don't know ምን እየተሰራ እንደሆነ, but there is something that is very loud. And what is on my nose? Ugh, a white head. Beautiful. And some kid is outside. የሆነ ነገር እየቀጠቀጠ. You know what I mean? Love it. So I woke up ቅድም 1 ተኩል ላይ ምናምን አካባቢ, and I was like annoyed ገና ስነቃ. I don't know why. So I thought, you know what? I'm just gonna go back to sleep and wake up in a better mood. And I think I did wake up in a better mood. So that's something. Update. No updates. የሚገርማችሁ? Yeah. So update is that there's no update. Defense him, there's no date. I called them yesterday and they said, like, is altawakem, which is fine. I just want to know so I can, you know what I mean? Like, I'm that kind of person. የሆነ ነገ ካልተዋልኩኝ ነገሮችን ማድረግ ይከብደኛል. Like, ማንበብም ይሁን ምንም ይሁን, like, just, I would rather it was, I want to get ready ቶሎ, because I feel like እረሳዋለሁ ያለበለዚያ. Yeah. So, I don't know. No. እንዴት ናችሁልኝ? I've been reading this book. So, I've been, ይሄ መጽሐፍ ማለት ነው ከመስከረም ጀምሮ በሉት ሳነበው የነበረው, አሁን ኦልሞስት ጥቅምት ተጋምሷል. So, ያው ወይኔ ጥቅምት ተጋመሰ. Are we gonna die soon? I think so. So, I've been reading this book by Emily Henry. Emily Henry የምታውቋት ከሆነ አንብቤዋለሁ። ሌሎች 2 መጽሐፎቿን አላስታውሳቸውም. በአሳዛኝ ሁኔታ አሁን ላይ መጽሐፍ ሳነብ እንደ ድሮ አይደለም. I just read like, I don't know, half not ማለት ሳነበው I enjoy it, I think it's funny or whatever. ከዛ ግን እንትን እለዋለሁኝ, I don't know, ወይ ታሪኩ ስለሚደጋገም ይሁን የሆነ መቼም ከሰማይ በታች ብዙ አዲስ ነገር የለም after a certain time. And if you read a lot, which I used to do, I used to read a lot, like a lot. You have no idea. I know it sounds like I'm saying, oh my God, I used to read so much. I used to read a lot. And I don't anymore. One of my New Year's resolutions is to read at least 1 book a month, just to make things very easy for myself. I have not read 1 book a month. I've read 1 book in almost 2 months. It is a funny story. I'll just put it ziga. It's Funny Story by Emily Henry. So, Funny Story by Emily Henry is one of those things. So, storyline we did not. If you want to read it, this might be a bit of a spoiler. But if you've read a romance novel, you've read pretty much all of them. Yeah. So, Emily Henry, the girl, see what I mean? I just don't even know what's going on. This is not who I was. Anyway, so Daphne and what was the guy's name? Oh no, you guys, Daphne and help me, what is going on? Okay, so Daphne ምትባል ልጅ Jesus. I was just reading it yesterday. I got emotional የሆነ time because it's a good book. Anyway, not like, I don't know, I probably was going through my own thing. It was probably more about me than the book, but it's nice. So there's this girl named Daphne. She was engaged. And then she was engaged to someone named Peter. I just saw his name. And then ሰርጋቸውን ፕላን እያደረጉ ምናምን. So she moved ከነበሩበት ከተማ. She's a librarian. So ከነበሩበት ከተማ she moved to this other Bailing Bay or something to live with him. And that's where his family is. And now she's someone who doesn't have a lot of family. Her dad is a deadbeat and her mom moved her around a lot. So yeah, her only family is her mom. And so when she met him and he was like, someone that she thought she could have a life with, she wasn't like hesitant or anything. She was ready. And then Peter turned out to be a bum. Surprise, surprise. And when he went on his bachelor trip, his best friend, Petra, I guess her name is, which is a dumb name, PMP, Peter and Petra, she told him that she was in love with him. And he was like, he came home and he was like, hey, Daphne, bye. Bye, ho, he said. Which is horrible. But that's what happened. And then, የገዙት ቤት ማለት ነው በሱ ስም ብቻ ነበረ. He was like, she doesn't have a lot of money, now she has student loan, I guess, debt. And he was like, oh, it's fine, don't even worry about it. You can just like pay for groceries or some shit. And then they live together, but it's in his house. It's his house. እሱ ነው ሞርጌጅ የሚከፍለው የፈረንጅኛ ኪራይ የሚከፍለው እና በሱ ስም ነው በቃ የሱ ቤት ነው። ከዛ በኋላ ያቺኛዋ ልጅ እኔ ከህይወቴ ድሮ ሳቀህ ጀምሮ she was his best friend since childhood. እና he always told Daphne that he always told her እንትን እንደማይል that we don't have anything, we're just friends, like we don't have any kind of romantic ምናምን or sexual interest in each other ምናምን ይላት ነበር. But turns out when the minute she said, hey, I think I like you, I think I love you, he was like, also my bow, so cute, right? My hair is a mess, ለዛ ነው ያደረኩላችሁ. ስትለው ልጁ እጥፍ አለ. Several things. This is why I don't believe in, I mean, I can't say I don't believe in it, but it would be very, 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 very hard for me to be okay with this dynamic with my husband / fiance / boyfriend / whatever partner having a girl best friend. That is not in my story. You know what I mean? Again, of course, there's how do you say? No, not for me, but I'm sure ለሌሎች ሰዎች there's like ምንድነው የሚባለው ሲጀመር ሳስበው ማለት ነው in any successful relationship this would never be an issue. You know what I mean? I think the internet is making everything feel like and then I just realized it's not just the internet. I know people with that who go through things like that. So yeah, no best friends. And then anyways, ከዛ በኋላ what happens to her, Daphne has to live somewhere because she's a committed person and she has this thing. It's called a readathon, like ማንበብ, read, a ton, like a marathon, whatever. And now, am I very hyped up today? I don't know why. I am very hyped up, but am I having a mental breakdown? Kaza, so Petra was also dating someone who's a really nice guy, whose name I cannot remember for the life of me. Malit? I don't know. I'm like, should I cut this part out? Should I cut this part out so they don't think I'm insane? Silke, why is it stuck? Okay, still stuck. Don't know how to fix it. ወደኋላ ሂጂ ለእናንተ ብዬ አይደለም obviously ለራሴ አይምሮዬ እንዳይፈነዳ ብዬ ነው. Miles, Jesus, I didn't see his name. I kind of did, but I didn't. So Petra had a boyfriend, Miles የሚባል ፍቅረኛ ነበራት, her lover. And so Daphne መጥቶ ሲጣላት Peter, her fiance, who is now her ex-fiance, she went to talk to Peter, like ታቅ ነበር ወይ ምናምን ብላ. ከዛ ያቺ Petram, she had just told him that she was leaving him and he was sad. And then እሱ extra room ነበረው and Daphne needed somewhere to live because Peter ያላት ምንድን ነው ለአንድ ሳምንት vacation ልንሄድ ነው እኔና Petra, and በዛ ጊዜ ውስጥ ያው ጊዜ ሰጥሻለሁ ለራስሽ ፕሮሰስ ማድረጊያ ጊዜ እንዲኖርሽ ቤት የምትኖሪበት እንድትፈልጊ ጊዜ ልሰጥሽ ስለፈለኩ ነው. like he thought he was being so nice. And now, yeah, good luck, like I'm sorry Daphne alat. And then yeah, so that's the story. It's a very typical romance novel. I don't think I have the mental capacity to read anything that's not easy to read. ይሄን ራሱ እንዳልኳችሁ ከወር ከምናምን በላይ ፈጅቶብኛል. And it's just one of the things that I don't like about romance መጽሐፎች ማለት ነው is I understand that there is the ምናምን conflict. So ስለ writing የሆነ ጊዜ ተምረን ነበረ ትምህርት ቤት ሁላችንም ተምረናል. So when they write stories, I understand that before the ending there has to be some kind of conflict to keep it interesting. And I hate that a part of us feels like it's normal to have those things. Allah, like, that's the part where I'm at. He did something. She's obviously dating Miles, you guys. Duh. I feel like you saw that coming. You know that she's dating Miles. So, yeah, we all saw that coming. And I'm saying a lot, I'm sorry. Until now. ባጭሩ he did የሆነ ነገር አረገ to upset her. ማንበብ የምትፈልጉ ከሆነ ማለት ነው, because it's a nice book, you should read it. And I don't like that it feels like መጽሐፍ ላይ ያንን ነገር ስለለመድን life also has to be full of ups and downs. Most people, tangent but similar idea, Brooklyn Nine-Nine ያያችሁት ሰዎች ካላችሁ ማለት ነው, a lot of people felt like the series kind of lost its ነገር they say በቃ የሚያስወድደውን ነገር ምናምን it lost it because Jake and Amy when they got together ማለት ነው, if you remember, it wasn't dramatic የሆነ ነገር ምናምን አልነበረም, right? So they got together, they slept together, and then they were like, what, this is not gonna work because we work together ምናምን ተባብለው ከዛ that same episode መጨረሻ ላይ she came to his house as he was about to go to her house, and then ከዛ በኋላ they were together and that's it. I think they got together maybe season 3 or 4 ላይ, and then እስከ season 7 or 8, I'm not sure እስከ ድረስ እንደሆነ they were just together, you know? They got married, they tried to have a baby, they had a hard time having a baby, and then they had a baby. So it was just, in my opinion, ማለት ነው, that's beautiful. I don't hate the shows, obviously. I hate when shows are like, ለምሳሌ Sex and the City, or Friends, or How I Met Your Mother. Or How I Met Your Mother is the absolute worst, በእንደዚህ አይነት ነገር. Because ባንድጎን, it's okay if two people date and they break up and that's it. You know what I mean? But I hate when, አሁን ለምሳሌ for Ross and Rachel, they were together and then he cheated on her, but they were on a break. I know it doesn't, I don't know, like, I'm not the biggest fan of Friends. I've just watched some of it and I know the story. Again, like, they get together, they break up, they get together, they break up, something happens, and they're like, should we be together? But then he's getting married to somebody else. That is a mess. That is not what life is supposed to be like. And I feel like a part of why we think that like ህይወታችን ይሄን ያህል turbulent መሆን አለበትና it's okay is because of shows. So when you are dating somebody maybe and then something happens and you break up, in your mind you're like, oh, but it's okay though, you know, that's what happens. People go through a rough patch and then maybe after a year they get back together, or after 3 months they get back together, and that's normal. But I don't think that should be normal. I think that is not how, in my opinion, I don't think that's how love happens. You know what I mean? Because how can you be okay with not being with me for a year? I don't understand. So yeah, How I Met Your Mother is the absolute worst because they got back together when his kids were like 17 or something. So like these people were like, is he the love of my life? And then she dated his best friend. Same thing with Joey and Rachel. I understand that it's a show and like they have to keep it interesting because after season of Friends and like, I don't know, since season እንደሆነ How I Met Your Mother, like maybe 7-8 seasons of that story, it has to like, but like, that's not life. And I don't like that. I don't like how in some stories it feels like the thing that makes them a good couple is that they just go through it. They just break up, they fight. He's a horrible human being. I don't like that. You know what I mean? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But yeah, Anton is one of my favorites. I think Brooklyn Nine-Nine is one of my favorites because that's the kind of life I want to live. I want to be, I don't know why people confuse being bored with being in a secure, happy relationship. You know what I mean? As someone who hasn't done Secure and Happy, I don't like the stress and the worry and the person upsetting you and you trying to be like, you know what I mean? And does he like, why? You know what I mean? Do you? I don't know. This is a 15-minute long video of me just going crazy. I apologize, but I wanted to talk to you guys. So, yeah, I don't like love triangles. I don't like they break up, they get back together, they break up, they get back together, they break up, they get back together. That's just not the story for me. So, yeah. And this is just one thing. He freaked out. I understand. Male, like, you can forgive someone one time. I'm not saying, like, again, just in general, I don't like when stories have that thing. Also, if you want a movie recommendation, other than Brooklyn Nine-Nine, obviously, which is one of my all-time favorite shows, I think you should watch Antonin. I watched Notting Hill. I know, it's a very old movie. I watched Notting Hill yesterday for the first time. Very beautiful. Again, they were broken up for a year. And he was sad, and I guess she was sad. But, I mean, you know, again, film ስለሆነ ነው. And here's my thing. I'm gonna keep going today, you guys. I'm sorry. Why am I sorry? You'd love it. You'd love it. Tell me you love it. And then it's just me talking to myself because no one reached us. Let me know in the comments if you've watched up until this point, because I'm very curious. So Notting Hill ማለት ነው የምታውቁት ከሆነ it's an old, very popular story. There ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Such a cute song, such a beautiful movie. But they were together all of like 5 minutes, truth, because she came and then they hung out a little bit and then they went to the hotel and then turns out she had a boyfriend. I'm sorry, should I not spoil it? It's an old movie. But let's not spoil it. Watch it. It's very nice. Hugh Grant, so handsome. So handsome and so adorably awkward. Love it. Julia Roberts, I guess, so beautiful, obviously. She's like a beauty unlike anybody else. She doesn't look like other people. Don't you miss when people look different and they look like themselves? The world is falling apart, y'all. Anyways, so yeah, that's a beautiful movie, Eut. But what I want to say is romance movies nowadays are absolute trash. Not all of them, but I was talking about how much I love the guy from his son, not Jaden Smith. Someone said Jaden Smith and I said, what? Never. From Bad Boys 3, his son, who is somehow Spanish because his mom was Spanish, I guess. Or Mexican, ? I don't know. And someone said Afai, you guys, Winnie. I love him. But yeah, he came out with a new movie, is the point. He came out with a new movie, and it is garbage. I love him. I love him so much. I would love to have, I would love us to get married and have children, but not after that movie. Because what was that movie? The Mechanic, Repair Manament, something along those lines. Bichaski filter, romance and below, no comedy, no. Because I saw that they intended it under comedy because that movie is not funny. ስላችሁ ማለት ነው ልጨርሰው አልቻልኩም. That is how horrible it is. It is the most boring, I don't want to say horrible, but very boring. A very boring movie. And ማነች ልጅቷ ደግሞ አላቃትም. እና it's like typical የሆነ እየፈለኩት ስለሆነ there it is. Maintenance required. On stream is down, sadly. But anyways, maintenance required የሚል ፊልም ነው. Absolute garbage. ማለት ልጅቷ, she's like, those, this is what I'm wearing, right? So like, and then she's wearing an overall over it, and she's like sexy and glowy, and like she's doing car things, but like, she's not like other girls, ምንድነው ሀሳቡ? እንደንትን አርጋችሁ You've Got Mail አይነት ነገር ነው. So he works for a big garage car repair company and she has a small family garage and they want to do it. But Hallmark movie ይግደለኝ ነው የሚያስብላችሁ. It was not good. Don't watch that. I watched Notting Hill and I tried to watch Maintenance Required. Maintenance Required is absolute trash. I hope I don't know, ስራ ጠፍቶ ከሆነ he made this movie, but like that, no, that's not his thing. He should never make romance. As beautiful as he is and as handsome as he is and as beautiful as his smile is, he should kill people. That he's sexy when he does that. When he's trying to be, what was he trying to be here? He was trying to be romantic, loving. I didn't like it. Yeah. So romance is dead. None of those romance movies will ever. I don't know min indahona. I think how Notting Hill is just the filmatography. Can I say that? Cinematography is there is something about it that makes you want to be those people. This made me cringe so hard. Okay? Because they just felt so fake. And it's not me. I'm not the problem because I watched Notting Hill. I cried when they got together. It was beautiful. I was like, oh, she's pregnant with a baby. I felt all the feelings. This one made me want to end it. Just end everything. So I don't know. You Tana, let me know your thoughts. I didn't know that I could yap for 21 minutes straight. But here we are. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. If you want to see more of my opinions, I guess we can make this a segment. Reviews. I like this because I always have so many opinions on everything. Last time, okay, enough. Love you. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. You mean so much to me. Big hug, group hug time. Okay, see you in the next one.